You were 2 seconds too late.
The world did not need to see that.
And the world will never know.
But you know who will know is the God Emperor, because in the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war. And tonight, there is only Warhammer. Welcome to the Tainted Hive Season 2, Children of Rokarth, our Warhammer 40k Imperium Maledictum playthrough of the system that we so love from Cubicle 7. I'm your GM, Brad, joined tonight by Mike playing Dmitry, Justin playing Roderick, Alex playing Mordecai, and Carl playing Osiris.
You guys hear that?
That's Brad.
No, I think it's primetimemagic.com, actually.
Oh. Are they in your house, bro?
They might be. You guys
Bark
watching?
twice if you're in primetimemagic.com.
Primetimemagic.com.
Thank you so much to the folks over at primetimemagic.com. They are the sponsor of the second season of the Tainted Hive, sponsoring the entire season. So thank you to those gentlemen.
Hey,
Somebody's
Siggy.
at primetimemagic.com. Somebody barked twice.
The dogs love primetimemagic.com.
Head on over there to check out all of their selections of Magic singles, and you too can bark twice when you're at primetimemagic.com. I can't believe the timing of that. That was so perfect.
Bark, bark.
Also, thank you so much to
Siggy
everyone
is a paid actor.
Siggy is absolutely a paid actor.
Send him a box of milk bones. Thank you, sir.
Thank you to everyone who sponsors us over on Patreon, and thank you for everyone who follows us and subscribes over on YouTube. Now, with that, and all the thank yous out of the way, I'd also like to say thank you to the four gods of chaos for making these four absolutely panic and not know what the hell is going on. Welcome back.
You mean one?
Here we go. Last time on the Tainted Hive, you all found your way to the Convexum fungi. Mordecai in tow with both Morketh as well as Nahim and Nikita, three individuals who all had different pieces, lightly bluish skin as if they didn't have enough oxygen, and one had kind of like carapace, like scales running up the neck. You made your way into the Convexum fungi, and Morketh had basically said, "Get your ugly asses down here," at which point you met Pokath, the head of whatever group was there. In the past, you've heard the phrase "the Pestilent Jest" thrown around, but he walked out big, bulky, 5'2" tall by 5'2" wide, yellowing eyes, broken teeth, and as he kind of shared with you and spoke with Morketh, he insinuated that Morketh was his provider or supplier of something. Morketh insinuated that Pokath was his supplier of the gratis, and across all of it, at the end of it, Morketh basically was going to leave you for Pokath. With a go loud for unicorns, however, Roderick, Dmitry, and Osiris rolled up, gunned down both Nahim and Nikita as they were leaving the Convexum fungi, and you riddled Pokath with bullets, who ended up basically exploding like a gas-riddled balloon, his arms flying, one of them cracking your ribs, the other one shattering the knee of Morketh, who Dmitry would end up Zombieland style, rule number 2. I think it's rule number 2. I should look this up. Double tapping to make sure he didn't get back up. So where we left off last time, you had just resolved all of this. You had all earned a little bit of experience. Combat is over. The rest of the dozen cultists who were there with Pokath, watching 4 leaders die, threw their equipment down and started sprinting deeper into the Convexum. So as we pick up today, the 4 of you stand in this entryway to this Convexum, this huge glass dome supported and ringed in plasteel girders. The inside, a smattering of walkways of concrete and catwalks that spread above the bog itself that have these like mound-like pillars of fungi growing out of them. And you've seen people flow and run deeper within. So it is day 3 on planet. You are still pursuing the gratis, and the day is yours. At this point, the evening is yours. What would you like to do?
I think rule number 1 of Zombieland is cardio.
Yes.
Rule number 1 is cardio.
Right now,
That one
none
we
of
do
us
know.
have that. Except maybe Osiris.
Except maybe Osiris. The team of
Would this
broken
be a
ribs.
new day, Brad?
No, the new day for healing purposes was a few sessions ago when you all
Okay.
awoke at the boiled basket, and you have not rested since.
Mm-hmm.
But to be fair, that was what, like 5 hours ago? It wasn't that long ago, right?
You awoke.
We woke.
You went shopping and saw Olis to buy your acid-resistant leathers. You finished all of that up. You then headed over to find Elena, having had her legs cut off by essentially a sluice of some kind. You pulled Elena from this. You and Osiris went to check out a Hab unit, as you saw who you now know was Morketh going to it. Roderick and Dmitry went to question Elena, and this brought you to early afternoon. And then came the 3-hour walk to the convection.
What you're saying is if the clock was updated, I would know
You
how
know,
long we've been awake.
the beauty of this foundry is there's no clock for you to play that game.
Dang.
But yes, it is currently about, I'll say it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It is
Okay.
early evening at this
I'm
point.
gonna look at Dmitry. Hey, you still got that fucking thingamabob?
I pat myself to. I whip out the Auspex
Okay.
with a gleam in my eye.
All right.
Let's investigate, shall we?
I scan
Roll
Roderick.
up my sleeves.
You scan
Hey,
Roderick
don't hit
with
me
it.
with that. That's radiation.
Do I notice anything like ripples of psionic energy anywhere?
You can roll me an awareness clinicians.
I'll roll some dice. I didn't get to roll any dice.
You did not. Last time kind of cascaded quickly with a lot of lack of dice rolling.
Oh, there was dice rolling.
I probably don't with a. Well, I know I get a +1 from my psionic focus, so that's a +0.
With a +0, you do not detect any current ripples in the warp of any kind.
So actually, I'm gonna disregard Roderick for a minute.
Okay.
What I actually
How dare
whipped out was my diagnoster, and I want to scan these bodies to discover what illnesses and diseases they have. Specifically, the
Okay.
one that blew up.
Good news is that's the main body near you. So if you start there, oh gosh, what all does your diagnoster tell you? Now we need to go back to the armory and take a look at it.
I got you.
Tell me.
Shit. Okay. Identifies most known ailments a human can suffer relatively simply.
Okay.
Medicare perception tests to reveal an illness or disease in a human. You get to determine difficulty.
Here's what I want you to do. Scanning the exploded body first. It'll be a challenging +0. Go ahead and give me a... I'll let you give me either Medicae or Perception.
Oh, that's a hard decision. Okay. That is a 57 under 60.
Okay. The exploded body is riddled with 15 different diseases, everything from cancers.
And they are?
The specifics? You have lung cancer.
Fuck,
liver-
you do that.
I'll give it to you. Lung
The
cancer,
relevant
liver,
ones, like the
lung cancer, liver cancer, bloodborne diseases, and multiple other infections of unknown origin. Let's just put it
Rabies?
that way. The body
Scan
is
is-
filled with diseases and bacteria.
As he's doing that, I'm going to lean against the wall.
Okay.
And I'm just going to be moaning and groaning about my ribs and muttering something about just drop the bomb.
Okay. Dmitry, you wanted to check the other body as well? The other bodies, I should say.
well, I mean, that Morketh was the most gross looking one, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I'm good with just that. And then I also want to search, well, all the bodies. I mean, I don't have to search them all, but we should search
Okay.
all of them.
Morketh's body doesn't really exist. There's pieces of it left, but
Mhm.
there's nothing really to search. Tossing the body of Morketh, Nahim, and Nikita will turn up an access card.
Ooh.
Probably safe to assume it goes to their Hab unit, but you never know. You also find across those 3 bodies 20 solars. And then in terms of weaponry, we have 3 knives, 1 cutting torch, 2 auto pistols, and I told you 20 solars. I apologize, that is incorrect. It's 20 plus. Make that 36 solars.
Okay. Does anyone want the solars? I'm gonna take the cutting torch.
I'll take the solos.
Said cutting torch, 2 auto pistols.
Yep, 2 auto pistols and 3 knives.
And how many solars did you say?
36.
Brad, is
you
there an
guys are just going to do
encumbrance to the cutting torch?
It's a two-handed melee weapon, so I'd assume yes. Let's go look.
Melee weapon? Fucking Jesus.
Really? You and these fire weapons.
Gangster.
Let's see what a cutting torch has for encumbrance.
I thought it was a tool. I didn't realize it was a weapon.
I mean, I think it is a tool that is used as a weapon as well. So let's take a quick peek.
I mean, if those auto pistols are not like shoddy or anything, I'll take those. But
They are just standard auto pistols. Cutting torch. For
The
now, say
pigs-
the cutting torch has an encumbrance of 1 until I find it.
The pig's getting hungry.
Cutting torch.
If they are
cutting
setting a
torch.
trap down there, we are giving them a lot of time to do it.
I mean, you are, but you know, augmatics. Yeah, I'm going to say encumbrance of 1 for now. We'll go looking for it later.
I mean, I found a plasma torch, but I don't think that's what you're. Anyway, it's fine.
It's probably similar to a plasma torch. It's called a cutting torch on their sheet, but we'll go from there. All right.
Oh,
Anything
well,
else?
it has
you wanna...
if you're saying that, it has an encumbrance of 0.
All right, go ahead and match that encumbrance for now. We'll take a peek.
All right.
So say encumbrance 0. Anything else you want to do with the bodies? You've tossed them. You've checked their pockets. You've scanned the Morketh remains.
I'm good.
Okay. All right, gents. What are we doing?
pursuing, I guess.
Okay.
Going deeper, slowly and methodically, and with Auspex out, assuming.
Okay.
And remember, Osiris can see through walls.
He can.
I'm also gonna have my data scanner on and be listening for outgoing calls from within this unit.
Hey, Brad, I was fucked up. The reason it has a 0 encumbrance is because this is a fucking pyromancy psychic power, not a tool.
Back to encumbrance 1 for now.
Okay.
Until I find better. Osiris, say that again?
I'm using my data scanner to see if I can pick up any signals or like distress radio signals coming from within this unit heading outward.
Okay. You have a data scanner, not your... I thought you had a Vox leech.
Isn't it the same thing? Or a Vox leech, wouldn't that be what I mean?
Yes, but
You
no,
have a something leech.
I'm with what you're looking for.
It's
So yeah,
like a
you're-
comlink sort of thing, like a radio comlink.
yeah, comm leech. Okay.
Yeah, that's what it
Okay.
was. It's called a comleech.
So as you guys go to head deeper in, Osiris watching your comm leech, Dmitry watching your Auspex. Osiris, you get a weird tingle at the back of your head. And you kind of turn to the right, and what you see is a small crate that none of you would have noticed because you didn't look for it. Tucked underneath some tarps near the stacks of crates along the right wall. It is yay size, like a small chest, sealed, and you just... Something about it is drawing your eye to it.
Yeah, I immediately walk over to it.
Okay.
Examine it.
As you go to examine it, on the exterior, you see that the crate itself is a greenish color. Dingy, decaying almost. Stamped on the exterior of the cover is a small symbol that you don't recognize. But next to that symbol is another symbol that you do recognize. A triangle stack of circles with arrows pointed off of each circle, and writhing maggots or worms or flies in the center of each. So that symbol is on the right of the crate. The other symbol is on the left. The crate has a small latch.
I address the party. What do you make of this?
I fire up the cutting torch.
I look at it almost disinterested and go, someone's really bad at drawing. I don't fucking know.
Roderick, Mordecai, Dmitry, I need each of you to give me a...
I'm not over there, Brad. I'm sitting by the store. I'm still recovering.
All right, so then Roderick and Dmitry, if you went over there, go ahead and give me a lore check, please. And it'll be at a routine plus 20.
Please don't move my character anymore, Brad.
Stop God moding him, Brad.
My bad. My bad.
Oh, I might
29
actually
under
know
40.
something for once.
Dmitry,
Oh, no,
what was that?
I'm sorry. 29 under 60. Plus 20.
Okay.
You said it was plus
Dmitry
20?
got the no.
Yeah.
Plus 20.
Says 12 under 46.
Ooh.
I actually might know something. Ignorance is my
Ignorance
shield.
isn't shielding you.
I know, right?
All right.
Is that legal?
So with those rolls, you both recognize the symbol on the left.
Oh boy.
It is a symbol that you saw branded on crates of weaponry and equipment that were stashed in an old temple deep within the bowels over a month ago. They sat in a room off to the left of that temple, filled where you also found two bodies as you were busy carrying Quentin and his incapacitated form out. With those rolls, you remember that each of those items were branded as being for a group called the Mireclaw.
And this is the symbol that you just described with the maggots and the circles?
No, it's the symbol
it's the
to
other one.
left of that
Okay.
symbol. And the symbol that is to the left of that symbol appears to be 3 slashed claws set within a square of metal.
What did you say? I didn't write it down yet. The name of the... Would you say the Mireclaw?
A Mireclaw. It's a group name that Roderick and Dmitry, having checked this, would remember from the last time that you saw this symbol all over crates and equipment down in the Amaranthine Temple.
And you said
Well, I'm
3
sitting-
slash claws and what?
In a square.
It's a diagonal
square.
left to right, 3 claws, 3 claw marks scratched into a piece of almost like rusted bronze. The 3 claw marks seem to make a diagonal M shape.
Do I notice them doing this while I'm sitting here writhing in pain and self-pity?
Yeah, I mean, Osiris called the entire group over. You just refused to leave your door.
I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna pull the picture recorder out of my pocket, and I'm gonna start filming everything, filming the bodies, filming that. I'm gonna take pictures of the symbol. Everything that we see that is of interest, I'm gonna get video and pictures of.
Okay.
Suppose I should do something.
Okay.
I mean, you are over there moaning with the least critical of criticals that the party has.
Dude,
So,
I've
by
taken
definition,
a lot of
use a bitch.
I've taken a lot of hard hits. Not so much this season. I think I got beat up more last season, I think. No. Actually,
Did
yeah,
you have
I've
your
been okay.
bowels let open across your waist? Like that's what happened to me.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Dimitri's
know.
literally been almost eviscerated.
Stop.
Well,
Stop with your
listen.
whining.
I feel like all the chaos gods are at work in this fucking place.
So did you guys open this yet? You haven't opened it. You're just looking at the outside.
I
Does anybody have a stick or anything?
I just open
I have a
it.
torch.
Okay.
Roderick's just gonna
Reach down.
ignorance is my shield to this shit.
That's right.
Roderick, you
I'm going to
reach down,
shield my eyes.
Me too.
grasp the latch as you two shield your eyes, Osiris double shielding them under your rag.
Wait, I don't have eyes, bro.
As you throw the latch, the crate just pops open. It is a vellum-lined crate. Very small.
Gross.
Yeah. The vellum itself is rotting, decaying almost. Inside are 5 spaces for vials. One vial is full of a pinkish, purplish, swirling substance. 2 vials of the same shape are currently empty. And 1 vial within this, which is a slightly different shape, it is larger, rounder, contains 5 fluorescent green, bile-coated maggots that are writhing within the glass.
We should destroy this now.
Picture recording. Cool.
Yeah. Pictures and video.
This is obviously something with ruinous magic about it. We should destroy it now before it falls into the wrong hands.
I just take a frag grenade out of my coat.
Whoa,
I set it in
We have tools
Osiris's
for this. Hang
I
on.
set it in Osiris's hand and put my hand on his shoulder. Do what you must.
But Dmitry has a thing.
Have multiple things that are suited to this. I was born for this.
I did what I did.
I walk away out of
real
flamer
quick,
reach.
Brad, you said that there was pinkish liquid within one of them or 2 of them?
2 of them. Has a pinkish, purplish, swirling liquid that is very reminiscent.
And then you said 2 were empty?
2 are empty. And 1 is filled with like almost luminescent green, like a bile-colored green maggot, like coated in bile and glowing green.
Does it look anything like a tardigrade?
No, it looks like a maggot.
Okay.
So yes.
Yeah.
A little bit.
That's exactly what those
remember-
look like.
So remember that the tardigrades of this planet are large harvested creatures. It does not look like that. If you're saying, does it look like what the scientific real image of a tardigrade looks like? Kind of,
Okay.
but it's a maggot. There are 5 of them.
Okay, yeah, we should destroy this thing before it ever sees the light of day again.
We should back up.
Back up.
Okay.
Just for reference, Brad, how many ladders did those people take to go down?
So you're on basically like the equivalent of the base floor.
Sure.
There are 2 sets of steps, one on the left, one on the right.
Uh-huh.
A couple folks, 2 of the cultists came down one each side, but everyone else was running along catwalks above and just going deeper.
I understand, but when you say deeper, how
Like,
many holes
further
are they
back.
going in?
Not holes, further back.
Further
Deeper
into the building.
convexum, further into the building.
I thought deeper, not deeper. Okay.
Apologies. Deeper
That's
into the
okay.
building, same depth of the world, further into the building. How's that?
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, so
yeah,
everyone is
I-
backed away. Dmitry, what are you doing?
Ripping shit up with the flamer.
Okay. You rev
Squeeze
up your flamer. Yeah, you don't even need to roll it. You squeeze the flamer. The box doesn't want to light. It takes a bit. You have to pedal the trigger a few times. But when it finally does ignite, it burns, and it burns hot, and it burns large. The flames have almost like a greenish yellowish tinge at the base as they explode outwards, and the crate burns 3 to 4 to 5 times hotter than you would expect something so small to burn, to the point where you actually see where the plasteel girders above it begin to almost bubble a little bit. It boils and it burns for about 4 or 5 minutes, and then as quickly as the flames die, it's done. It's ash. It's gone.
Dimitri's maniacal grin remains.
Good. Far better world without that madness in it.
Yeah, if we're going deeper in this fucking place, we should probably do it before somebody sets up a tripwire that blows up with chaos grenades or something.
No, Roderick, weren't you asking Dmitry to bring out his thingamabob to look ahead? That's
Yeah.
what you called it, yes?
Yep, that's the technical name for it.
All right. So the four of you are going deeper into the convexum, correct?
I believe we settled on further into the
I think
convexum.
Apologies. Further into the convexum. Do you want to dig a hole while we're at it?
Deeper is what we're about to do to
let's go.
these cultists.
Let's go at it like dwarves. Let's go down.
I think Dmitry was going to do whatever he wants because his character is his own person. But I was going to use my sniper rifle to just so we're aware of everything. I'm going to sling back the pig and pull up the sniper rifle.
Yep.
And I'm going to look deeper into this place and
further?
and see if I can detect any movement, anything going on. And when I look across this place, like what's stopping my vision from going further? The sheer length of the place, or
No.
shit in the way?
Stairways and shit in the way.
Yeah, so as we mentioned last time, the convexum itself is a dome. So it's a rounded space filled with walkways that do not just go straight. They have multiple turns, they have bends, they have corners, there are stairs, there are pipes, there's these huge silos like the one off to your left that seem to fumigate and like spread humidity or spores or who knows what, some kind of a mist out of them. You also have the large towering spires of like soil that are covered in the fungus that are growing. So
And the statues.
yeah, and the statues. So your vision is constantly hindered. You can't see further than about 1, sometimes 2 zones away because there's constant turns and bends as these walkways take the driest path of least resistance.
How dirty is the floor?
Oh, the floor is disgusting. It's coated in like a kind of a slimy muck.
So not something that would lend itself to like footprints.
No, because this is a fungal growth center, and all of the areas where the fungi are growing are like these towers that come out of the marshy, boggy, acidic water. In general, you're walking across either plascrete or steel, and the dirt and the muck and the filth are just, imagine a path where hundreds of feet walk per day with muddy boot prints that never get washed.
Sure. Auspex it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to start walking forward.
All right. So the four of you begin to head deeper into the into
we're
the
going
convexum.
further.
Into the convexum. The paths wind. Dmitry, you, Auspex in hand, with Roderick, kind of lead the way. It takes you just over an hour, and you find yourselves at the center of the convexum. And you know you're at the center because the rounded walls all come to this apex point above you with a stained glass mosaic of what you can only assume is their representation of a sun of some kind. This space in particular is fairly clear. There are no growths in this particular space. There is a rounded plasteel walkway, like almost like a landing space, where 8 different paths come together to create one circular space. And at the center, there is what you can only assume is like almost like a manhole cover. And that cover has been removed. It is still slightly ajar.
Is the Auspex or Osiris picking up anything down that manhole? How deep does it go? Do we know?
Auspex only goes to medium range. It doesn't pick anything up. If you pull the manhole cover back and you look down, there's a ladder that drops far enough that you can't see the bottom.
It was turtles.
As for Osiris, go ahead and give me an awareness Cynicians check, please.
Ooh, that's a good roll. Cynicians, you say?
Yep.
24 under 59 with a +1.
24 under 59, isn't that a +3?
No, I'm saying with an additional +1 from my psi focus.
Okay, so it's a +4.
Right.
Okay. There's no lingering psychic phenomena here, so it's very obvious that whoever you've been facing did not have psychic powers. However, with a +4, there's a weird emanation. There's a weird feel from the warp that, Osiris, you've noticed that you've been feeling for quite some time. And it does seem to be coming from the hole below you. Almost as if the pull, or whatever the feel is stronger down the hole.
Well, there's definitely something down there, not of this world.
I start to pull a blasting charge out of my leathers.
Okay.
Whatever's down there, be ready to execute it as quickly
I just
as
hold it
shows
in my
itself.
hand. I look at it. I look at Dmitry. I look back at it.
Well, it's weird. It's like the Spider-Man meme because I also have a blasting charge in my hand.
Oh, do you? How does
Should we touch
announcing
them
our
and
entrance
prime
with
them together? And
two blasting
rip?
charges to announce our entrance?
I'm still
won't
holding
that-
that frag you handed me, by the way, Mordecai.
Perfect, man. Look at us. We're ready.
Did that collapse the whole fucking thing, though? Are we blowing it up, or are we going down
it's
there
only
to check?
That's only 26 damage. I mean, it shouldn't blow the whole place up.
I'm going down.
Yeah.
So you're going down
I'm
the
not going to
ladder.
make you go down alone.
I'm gonna pull out. I'm gonna holster my, or at least one of my. Well, I'll holster both my las guns. I'll pull out my stub revolver that has not revolver, stub pistol that
Okay.
has a silencer on it, and I'll go down with one hand.
Okay.
Before you do that, Osiris, how light are you when you levitate? How much weight can you carry?
Stand by.
Was that Squidward blinking?
It was him stepping, actually. Okay.
That's something else.
Really well done.
You free yourself from gravity's constraints, floating weightlessly. So I weigh nothing. While floating, you can
You
move
weigh
at a slow
nothing.
speed, ignoring difficult terrain. You can also alternatively touch an object within immediate range and reduce its encumbrance by 1 success level per until the start of your next turn. So I can make
So
it
hear me
one. What?
Can you get onto my shoulders and then I hang onto your legs and we jump down and like Mary Poppins into this bitch?
It doesn't work like that because you can
Aw.
only reduce the encumbrance of objects, not other people.
You're trying to tell me that people aren't objects in the 40k universe?
Don't
Fair
objectify me.
point.
That's a fair comment, actually.
Okay, I'll just go down the ladder.
Okay. Who's going down the ladder first?
Dmitry, because he just said he was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
me or
either got to be
Dmitry.
auspex or can see through walls. So
Okay.
yeah.
You cannot run an auspex while climbing down the ladder. You will need 2 hands to climb down the ladder rungs, unless you want to try to make an athletics check, which you have broken ribs.
No, I don't want to do that. But OSHA's nowhere to be seen.
It's
Just
not
give
an
me the
OSHA issue.
auspex, I'll run it and float down
I was
next to
saying,
you.
It's not an OSHA issue. It is an ability to hold on issue.
Okay. All right, I'll put it away.
Osiris said
Well,
he'll take it and float down.
That sounds like a great idea.
He can run it.
You can look through walls and look at the thing, sort of.
I will
Can
attempt-
He,
I will
can he
attempt
see the
to float.
auspex?
No.
Probably not.
No, he has no eyes.
So I know you can detect things, but like you can't.
It's beeping.
You can float down next to him and hold the auspex. Just hold it in front of his face while you float down next to him.
To reiterate the space really quick, it is a manhole cover-sized space. You're not going to fit 2 aside. You're going to go down one by one.
I'll just climb down the ladder, not doing the thing.
All right, so Dmitry, were you still going to go first?
Sure.
Do you want to hold on to the auspex and try to climb the ladder one-handed?
No.
Okay. Probably a safe call, I should have to ask. So you begin to descend. It takes you almost 20 minutes to reach the
God.
bottom.
Damn.
Good fuck.
You have entered hell.
As you climb down, the ladder is absolutely just immensely deep. And as you continue to climb down, the small speck of light that was the convexum gets further and further and further away. After 10 minutes, it is pitch black. The only thing you can do is take a step down and wait till your foot hits the rung and slowly move down.
God, that's terrifying.
That's part of why it takes so long, is it's not necessarily the depth, it's the fact that it's going to take you a while to go down there safely because you can't see shit.
I would like to do a clench check,
But we are totally aware shit is around us.
Mm-hmm.
You are totally
What
aware
is
that you are
around
in a
us?
small tube. We're
still just in this
of plascrete the whole way down.
unremarkable all the way down.
Yep. You descend for a net distance of almost 100 meters. As you reach the bottom, air is hot. Very, very warm and stuffy.
Yeah, I'm gonna be putting on my fucking.
cover.
I'm gonna be putting on my respirator.
Okay, respirator.
I'm out of oxygen with mine. I only had 2 tanks and we used them all.
You did. Now, does anyone light a light of any kind? Right now, you are in pitch black.
I have photo visors
I
on,
whip out
so-
my Auspex.
Okay, Roderick, you have photovisors, which means everything for you is dim, but it's still dark.
Yep.
There's almost no actual source of light, so photovisors still need some source of light to give you any brightness. All you have right now, as you put them on, is you can see what remains of the beam of light hitting the ground from the ladder, and then beyond that, it's pitch black. Dmitry, you pull your Auspex out. Nothing triggers but you 4. Osiris, I'm not even going to make you roll. With your vision, you don't see anything. What I'd like for everyone to do is give me a perception, awareness, smell test, please.
Oh, sorry.
Does that have any hindrances because I'm wearing a gas mask?
Yeah, I am.
Oh,
too.
yeah. If
I
you're
got a
wearing a
rebreather anyway.
respirator, it's at disadvantage. Yeah, if you're wearing a respirator or a rebreather, disadvantage.
92 over 41.
Okay.
I failed.
Yeah,
93 over 45.
Nothing to miss.
That's an 88 over 31.
Nothing to miss.
All I smell is Dmitry.
All right, so gentlemen, it's pitch black. Nobody sees anything. Roderick, even with your photovisors, there's no source of light to increase the light from which you see. So photovisors do increase the light level by 1.
Literally
There's nothing to highlight it.
nothing, no shiny
black.
anything anywhere.
Pitch black.
How's my hand right here?
There's nothing to see anyways,
Can't
because
even
if
see
I
your
could
hand
see
right there.
if I could see it, I mean, if it was there to be seen, I would see it.
Osiris, with your warp vision ability, with what you do to see, can you see like walls and such?
Yeah, I
You
can
can
see
see
walls, and I can
through
see
walls.
heat. I can see heat signatures through walls.
Okay, that's what it is. So, Osiris, you see that there's a tunnel that goes off one direction. This ladder falls, and then this ladder stops, excuse me. You're in a 10-meter circular space with a single path out. But there's no light, which I guess for you doesn't matter.
How do we feel about lighting a candle down here for those with eyeballs?
I'm okay with it.
I'm not okay with that. Or I'm not holding it anyway.
I mean, I'm fine.
I mean, we could just do this.
Also, there's
You're
a
used
tunnel
to-
over there.
Osiris, you are used to being in the dark, are you not? Perhaps we could just put our hands on your shoulders and you can guide us through this place.
I don't want you touching me.
Yes, you've made that abundantly clear. Roderick will touch you. I will touch him.
I don't want any of you fools touching me. But
Don't
I
you guys-
understand.
Okay, we'll
so
stand here in the dark and quabble like little bitches then.
Don't you?
Sure. Or perhaps somebody can light the candle.
Don't you guys?
My
have-
ribs hurt and I am tired of this shit.
I thought you guys had like stab lights.
I
Thought
do.
we got 'em in the season
I'm not
1 or
trying
some
to get
shit.
blasted.
Yeah, that was the whole point, is to not show.
Just turn on a fucking light.
I don't think
Fine.
I have the
I
stab.
I'm
have
gonna
a
start
stab.
walking
I-
towards the tunnel.
I will fire
Okay,
up a
Osiris-
and we
stab.
don't see you leave.
Nobody sees you leave. Osiris, you, start
You
walking.
hear my
Sure we do.
footsteps. You hear my
Sure.
footsteps.
Sure we do. I have a stab light out. I am-
Dmitry lights his torch, his stab light, flashlight, as we call it in America. And the 3 of you see as Osiris is walking away from you towards this tunnel. The space is 10 meters round. The ladder runs along the left or rear wall and then climbs up the tube, the plascrete tube, starting about 10 feet up, just enough for you to step down and not hit your head. The path that Osiris is heading down is rough-hewn rock. It's unknown. It's hard to tell if it was naturally formed or if this was mined out, but the path itself seems to climb upwards constantly. You all begin to walk. And you walk.
Dmitry, you have your specs on, do you not?
Always.
And you walk.
I just want to make sure God knows.
We had a conversation.
Okay, perfect.
Walk. After 40 minutes of walking, constantly at a slight upwards, you've walked probably 2.5 miles, maybe. You come to a space where the path itself has almost collapsed. Rubble and rock fill the vast majority of it, but you see that there's a small space in the upper right corner where the debris has been pulled away to create a space that you think you could probably crawl through or slide through. But it is a massive pile of rock that leaves just this small space to go through.
Brad?
Listening.
I just want to be clear. I took a picture of this manhole. I took a picture of the place that we're about to walk through, and now I'm taking a picture of that as well.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, gentlemen, there is a good chance that we will die down here. I just want you to know that if we are going to have to die, let's take whatever the fuck is down here with us.
I look at you kind of like, yeah, maybe you're dying. I'm not.
So you have the space.
The same look from me.
What do you want to do?
Let's go through the
Well,
hole.
I've led us this far.
Do picture
Okay.
recorders have like a lit screen on them?
They can. Yeah, I mean, picture recorders are a catch-all phrase for essentially the equivalent of a digital camera.
I'm kind of getting the vibe that it's basically like a phone, but all it does is record. It's kind of what my mind had.
Okay.
Almost like a
I would
almost
like
like
to
a
point out
camcorder.
that would probably be enough for me to see with my photo visors, but it's fine.
Yeah, it would increase the light of the
Auspex.
space that you're in, but the problem is you got to remember you are down in the dark. There's no other source of light. So just because that, if he pulled out a photo visor and Auspex, it would illuminate the zone you're in one additional level, but beyond that, no.
Dmitry, what do your elf eyes see?
I look through the hole.
Okay, so you climb up and you look through the hole. Shine. I'm assuming shine the flashlight, the stab light through.
Yeah, to see what's on the
Okay.
other side.
So you climb up there, you shine the stab light through. It's the exact same as where you are. The path continues beyond this point. You can see that the cave to the left, like the tunnel to the left, has collapsed downwards, and this was cleared out to let people continue to use this path. There's nothing ahead of you that you see at this time.
Or empty shit. I'm going to crawl through the hole.
All right. I need everyone to give me as you crawl through the holes, as each of you crawl through the hole, I need an awareness perception sight check, please. And it'll be at a routine plus, I'm sorry, you're in the dark. It'll be at a difficult -10 for everyone but Roderick. Roderick, you're going to be at
It
a
ain't going to be
challenge
difficult for me either.
Ooh.
That's true. You're also going to be at +0.
That's awareness.
85,
Right?
Yes,
Sight.
awareness sight.
Okay.
85 over 41 with the -10.
Okay.
Say
14 under 54.
Okay.
40 over 31.
Okay.
8 under 45.
Okay, so 2 negatives for the 2 guys who are struggling to see. Osiris, Roderick, you, with both of you having a +4, almost simultaneously notice that the debris that you're crawling down, there are almost like remnants of a cloth robe that have been ripped off on the rocks. Just a smattering pull of it. It's very decayed. It's very frayed. It's very green. As you look and you see it, it reminds you of what you saw the remnants of Pokath's body wearing.
So they look.
Okay.
Would I assume that they almost look like cultist robes, or?
You could. It's hard to tell with the little scrap that's there, but you do recognize that the color of that matched what remained of Pokath's body. So you've all made your way through this gap, this space. And you continue your walk for another 2.5 miles. At this point, you have basically gone down a ladder 100 meters and then walked for 5 miles on a gradual uphill climb the whole way. You come out another 45 minutes later. It is now mid-evening. As you step out of the space itself, you actually come out in a small hillock. Small like hill and almost like not a cliff per se, but like a rocky facing of a hill. And you step out, and Ditch Haven is off to your left. Across the small, like almost like a small bog, you see the spaces that you had previously been at, where you identify and recognize a couple of the halves. The sluice where you found Elena not being far away. The space itself, empty. The town is beginning to illuminate as the sun is setting and the night is coming in.
So we just walked in a big fucking circle?
Yep.
All right. Let's collapse this fucking tunnel, guys.
Can do.
Absolutely can do.
Well, I'll use a blasting charge.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see what his blasting charge does before I use mine, I suppose.
I'm going to put my frag in with his blasting charge because I don't believe in small explosions.
Okay, frag and a blasting charge. Dmitry, where do you want to place it?
How big is it?
The space itself was about 2 people wide, so you guys could walk 2 by 2. From a height perspective, 12 feet.
12 feet. All right.
Yeah,
I'm
roughly
actually
12
not
feet.
going to place this. How high can you go with your levitation, Osiris?
As high as I want.
All right. I want to place it on the ceiling.
Okay.
Oh, am I using it to reach the ceiling?
In a crack, if possible. But
All right,
wedge
yeah,
it
I
up
guess
in
I'll,
there
I'll
somehow.
attempt to manifest my floating ability.
All right, let's see it. Warp test.
Unless I can climb along the outside and put it up
Yeah,
there.
I succeeded with a 9.
Never mind.
Whatever it
Dmitry,
is.
it's rough rock, but it is rounded, so it would be tough.
Yeah, I'm crippled. No.
Yeah,
All right, so
I'll
Osiris,
just
plus
float it up
9.
there.
Yeah, it's easy for you to float up there. You quickly find a crack that you can jam the blasting charge in.
And my frag.
There's not really space for the frag, but you can hang it from one of the wires of the blasting charge.
Okay.
Okay, you drop down. You all head out of the space, blasting charge armed, and does the blasting charge need to be triggered? I'm going to say yes. Dmitry, do you have a little remote trigger for it?
If it does, I do.
I'm going to say that this one does, just for the sake of cinematic purposes.
I think it does. There was another kind of charge we had that was similar, but okay. Mordecai, get your picture thing out. This is gonna be awesome.
I'll film it.
I detonate that shit.
I'll be standing back here like Steven Spielberg.
And when I do it, I'm in front of Mordecai, looking at him, because cool guys don't look at explosions, and I clap this bitch off.
I'm going to look right at it.
So Mordecai, your video
Still being cool.
I ain't
Your
got no
video-
eyes to look at it with,
Yeah.
so I'm not looking at it.
Your video is just Dmitry staring at you, Osiris facing the exact opposite way, staring towards the explosion, but not really at it, kind of like 10 degrees off. The button is pressed. There is a crump, a plume of dust, and the roof of the cave collapses downward, effectively sealing it off.
I have 2 suggestions, if you guys are okay. You found an access card on one of the bodies, right?
Yes.
We might as well go see if it is the HAB unit that they were at, see if there's any more evidence to follow. Osiris, more on that nuke.
Was there
What
more?
do you suggest?
I suggest we get a hold of the proper channels. I would assume the Seneschal knows who we can talk to.
We might as well blast the place away now that there's nothing else to pursue there.
I mean, just for a safe bet, we might as well include Ditch Haven as well.
Agreed.
Perhaps after we check the apartment.
Perhaps.
Oh.
I vote
And
for a
after we
kinetic
cut-
entry.
After we collect our bounty for the arm in Dimitri's bag there.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's starting to drip.
Oh, yuck.
Clack, clack, clack.
You
Roderick,
made all
you're a
this
hiver.
nerdly
How
stuff.
important is Ditch Haven to this hive?
Well, I lived on a hive most of my young life, and I never fucking even saw a place like this, so it can't be that important.
I like the way you talk.
Check the hab, blow this place up, collect a bounty. You guys in?
Go
And
team.
then go to the tardigrade fields. Got it.
That's what I think.
Okay. You all begin to make your way into town, picking your way through the bog along the driest path you could find until you hit the outskirts of Ditch Haven. Once you hit the outskirts, it's easy to take the bridge back across that river of chemical effluence, finding yourselves at the sluice where you found Elena. And a mere minute or two later, outside of the door of the hab that has the MC scrawled on the door. Mordecai, you take the key card, the access card.
Hold up.
Do I? Settle down with my body.
Hold
You
up.
mentioned you wanted to try the door. What would you like to do, Mordecai?
Well,
Yeah,
I
that's
would like to
fine.
whip out the Auspex and
Okay,
see if that
Auspex.
thing's pinging. And
I
then
would
I'd like
like
to
us
whip
to do
out
that.
Osiris's face and see if that shit's pinging.
So, Dmitry, the Auspex is pinging like crazy. You are in a hab block.
Fair enough.
Very similar to the
Sure.
last time you tried this in this area, where there are dozens of signatures well within what is considered medium range. However, the building in front of you appears to be empty.
Oh.
Mordecai, do you want to swipe the key card that you mentioned twice you wanted to go check the apartment with? Or would you
yeah,
like
I
to
just
control
wanted
your
to
own
be the one
body?
to do it.
I wanted us to be the ones to do it.
Okay,
Not you scan the key card and get shot.
go ahead and do it.
Mordecai doesn't like trains.
I think we've
So
got
having-
some trauma in this group, Brad. Where'd that come from?
Having looked at the windows, having him scanned, and
Yep.
Osiris over here, I will scan the key card.
You scan the key card. The door swings open.
Okay, cool.
It's a hallway you and Osiris were in at this point about 4.5, 5 hours ago.
And this is their hab unit, right?
It is a hab unit.
I
I'm
would
gonna
like
go over
to
and see
walk.
what they've got in their fridge.
I'm gonna walk
Fuck
inside
that.
the hab unit. I'm gonna flip on my loud hailer once I get the door closed behind us, and I'm gonna be like,
This is the authorities. Come out with your hands up.
Ooh.
I take cover and wherever the door is, I aim at that.
You
So
know
as a
what?
reminder of
Yeah,
this-
bipod out, heavy stubber
Fuck
at the
yeah.
stairs. Why not?
So as a reminder, the space is 10 feet long by 5 feet wide, ending in a stairwell that goes up.
Mhm.
Hab unit, this is a hab building, so it's filled with
Oh.
multiple units, as they said earlier. So, Osiris, there's no fridge to check yet.
I thought you said it was their personal hab unit.
Well, as you
Osiris
Spoke
did
with them
see which
prior in this
room.
building. It was an apartment building, and you saw as multiple people came down the stairs to the level above you prior. But
Okay, never mind.
that
then.
being said, you, Roderick, announce that it's the authorities and say to come out with your hands up. Everyone, Dmitry, Mordecai, etc., prepare for someone to come down the stairs, and 1 minute passes. Then 2.
I don't wait 2 whole minutes. After 1
Okay.
minute passes, I'm going up the stairs.
All right, so you go up the stairs.
Same.
The
Go,
stairs
go.
creak under your feet. As you reach the first floor, or I guess in this case, the second floor, the stairs
Depends what country you're in.
turn.
Carry on.
That's true. Stairs turn, and they end at a door with a small walkway that goes to the stairs to continue going up. Do you want to try to enter the room?
Yes.
Okay.
Immediately.
You swing the door open. There is a bed, a footlocker, and 2 pails. That's it. In a
Hey.
space that is meant to be an entire apartment.
What's
While
in the
they're
pails?
checking that room, I'm bipod, gun at the stairs.
Okay. So
I check
Roderick,
the
you swing the
footlocker.
door open, and it's a bed, a crate, a bed, a chest, and 2 buckets. That's it.
Check the chest.
You swing the chest open. Inside, you find a pair of workers, Adeptus Administratum worker blues, like somebody who works in a manufactorum, and that's it.
I hold up the worker blues to Dmitry. Do these look good on me?
They hide the blood stains.
I look at my own garb. I'm like, fuck, I am covered in blood, aren't I?
Okay.
You two finished grab acid in there?
Is there another room at all, or nah?
There's another set of stairs to another floor.
All right, going up.
Clear it.
You go up. It's the exact same layout. Small walkway ending in a door. And a stairs going up again.
Posting
Clear.
up, pointed at the stairs again.
I'm just going to go up and clear every floor in this.
Hell yeah.
Okay. That makes it easier. So it takes you 25 minutes. There are 5 floors above the main entrance. And every single one is the exact same.
None of them have any clues or nothing
A
in them.
Spartan room. A single bed. A chest. And 2 buckets. When you hit the top floor, the 5th floor, the 5th room of this 6th floor building, it's locked.
I look at Mordecai.
I'm gonna look at Dmitry. You want to hold the pig at the stairs?
Um,
I'll go over and.
I can't hold it.
Really?
No. No, it would put me way over encumbrance.
Oh, you don't have to hold it. It's on a bipod. It's just sitting over by the stairs, so you can.
I mean, as long as you're going to
Start.
take it back.
Yeah, I'll take it back.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
As
Why
long as they
not?
don't have to carry it.
I dig it.
I'll go over and I'm just trying to make this make sense cinematically. Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you. Let's
Yeah, I'll carry it.
I'll go over and use my multi-key. I think it's a dexterity check. Yeah.
I mean, you could
It
just
is.
try the key card first.
Oh yeah, I'll try the key card first. Yes, correct.
Okay, good. So you try the key card that you picked off the body first. It works.
Oh, I'll roll just for fun.
I was like,
Bad
yeah,
roll.
you try to use your multi-key. The door swings open. And the door opens onto a room, similar thing, about 9 feet long at this point with the leftover space for the stairs and walkway. 5 feet wide. A single window at the end. The bed is pushed along a wall. The floor has multiple 3 scratch marks in it. At the end of the room, the chest is flung open. The goods, the manufactorum workers' blues ripped out. And the mattress itself is shredded with like feathers scattered everywhere, or down, or whatever you envision it being filled with, scattered everywhere.
Fucking drywall.
The right wall of the room is also covered in empty crates stamped with the brass metallic symbol and the 3 claw mark that you've seen before.
And the crates are still closed.
Nope, crates are all open and empty.
Okay. Got it. So
These are just
someone's
like the
been here
crates
to
I
clean up.
found down there.
It's got the same symbol as the crate you found in the convexum fungi, that brass bronze.
No, but it
plate.
doesn't. But it doesn't have that like same setup of vials inside of each one.
They're all empty.
But do they have the slots for where the vials would be? I'm saying it's
yes.
the same kind of box.
No, they're slightly larger boxes with, instead of like a 5-seated space, you see that it's a larger crate filled with almost like straw. So almost as if you're moving larger volumes than 5.
Okay.
Roderick,
Picture
Mordecai,
quarter.
Dmitry, you don't even have to roll. You've seen these exact crates at the Amaranthine Temple.
Yeah. Let's get some pictures of these, yeah?
As the camera clicks, as you all look, as the crates loom along that right wall, you'll have to tune in next time to find out what happens on the Tainted Hive, Children of Rokarth.
Smugglers. God
All
damn
in
it.
the nukes.
Spoiler,
you so much.
We kill him.
Ditch Haven's about to earn its name. It's going to be a ditch.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Used to Haven.
You know, we've gone from murder hobo to just mass
Used to
genocide.
Haven.
I'm here for it.
Dude, we're the Inquisition. That's sort of our bag.
I
It
think
is
what
sort of
you
your
meant
bag.
to say is mass cleansing
mass,
of
Yeah.
chaos.
Doing the Lord's
Mass,
work, my guy.
mass supplementation of faith. How's that?
Yeah, we're bringing the golden light upon those in need.
Highly
Very warm,
irradiated.
very voluminous.
Yeah, my
Golden
ribs hurt and
light.
I'm pissed, okay?
My ribs, my ribs. Thank you so much for listening and joining us tonight. Thanks for listening to Mordecai complain about his broken ribs the entire time. Just kidding. But
really,
we
it's okay.
appreciate you joining us for the Tainted Hive Season 2 Children of Rokarth. Make sure to check out our Season 2 show sponsors. Head over to primetimemagic.com, show them a little bit of love. And before we go any further, little gratis trail for the fans. Everyone's going to gain 10 experience for tonight. And in addition to the 10, Dmitry, because you were not afraid to turn on a flashlight in the dark where everyone else was panicky, you get an additional 10.
Panicked. I didn't panic.
You didn't have to panic. You could actually see. So, if you enjoy this show and you enjoy being a part of this, please head over to deadsonsco.com. Check out our website. Check out all the links to our socials. Check out our Daggerheart playthrough. If you haven't watched Season 1 at this point, I don't know what to tell you. We've got homages going all the way back. You're welcome to Season 2. Season 1 is there waiting for you. In addition, if you like watching this on YouTube, please consider giving it a like, give it a subscription, help us boost our numbers to get more people to see this really fun game we get to play together. And last but not least, if you actually like what we do and you want to support us creating this content, head on over to patreon.com/deadsonscompany, where you too can support a poor Warhammer fan to play the Tainted Hive.
And don't forget about that 10 extra experience at the end of every episode for the players.
I heard it. Brad said
I
it.
won't let Brad forget about it.
I don't want to lie to the viewers, and that never happened, and it's not going to
You don't have to lie. I'll lie for you as long as you...
Oh, thank you so much for joining. We look forward to seeing you next time. We are Dead Sons Company.
Goodbye.
And only Alex lies to the viewer.
Whatever.